Imagine turning 12 and instead of getting a Nintendo Switch or a bike, you get banned from flying with your dad for the rest of your life. That's exactly what just happened to Prince George, and the reason behind this bizarre birthday gift is more morbid than a Victorian funeral parlor. We're talking about a centuries-old royal protocol that's so dark, so calculated, and so utterly bonkers that it makes Game of Thrones look like a children's tea party. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Prince George turned 12 on July 22nd, and with that birthday cake came a rule that will literally separate him from his father every time they need to travel. So here's the absolutely mental thing about royal birthdays. Most kids get presents, but Prince George just got the most depressing protocol in British history. According to royal insiders, when Prince George turns 12, he can no longer travel on the same airplane as his father, Prince William, because they are both direct heirs to the throne. Let's break down this morbid mathematics, shall we? This morbid rule is essentially in place because of the possibility that both heirs could die in a plane crash. Charming birthday sentiment, isn't it? Happy 12th birthday, George. Here's your gift, contemplating your own mortality every time you want to go on holiday. Under long-standing royal protocol, two direct heirs to the throne are expected not to fly together. It's said that this rule is designed to protect the line of succession. It's like the world's most depressing insurance policy, except instead of covering your car, it's covering the entire British constitutional monarchy. But here's where it gets absolutely bonkers. This rule doesn't apply to Charlotte and Louis because they're not direct heirs. They can fly around with whoever they want, probably thinking, thank God we're just spares. It's like being the backup dancers who don't have to worry about the lead singer's stage fright. The timing couldn't be more dramatic either. Prince George, the eldest child of Prince William and Kate Middleton, celebrated his 12th birthday on July 22nd, which means this rule literally just kicked in. We're talking about a birthday present that's less happy birthday and more welcome to your dystopian future. Right. So this isn't some newfangled protocol invented by nervous palace lawyers. This is centuries-old royal paranoia turned into family policy. Prince William and King Charles also had to follow the travel rule, which preserves the royal family's future in the event of an accident. Prince William abided by the same rule when he turned 12 in 1994, which means William knows exactly what George is going through right now. Imagine that father-son conversation. Sorry, George, I know it's rubbish because I lived through it too, but rules are rules. But here's the deliciously ironic twist. William probably thought this whole thing was mental when it happened to him, and now he has to enforce it on his own son. It's like your parents making you eat vegetables because their parents made them eat vegetables. Except the vegetables are existential dread about plane crashes. The rule is so embedded in royal culture that the arrival of the future heir to the throne's 12th birthday triggers a little-known protocol whereby the heir to the throne and his presumptive heir will no longer be allowed to travel in the same vehicle. Not just planes, any vehicle. We're talking about cars, helicopters, probably even those little tourist trains at theme parks. And the pressure on William must be astronomical. When Prince George turns 12 in July, an historic royal rule will come into play that will see him separated from his father, Prince William, when traveling. He's literally being forced to implement the same rule that probably made his own childhood holidays a logistical nightmare. But here's what's absolutely wild. This rule has been protecting the monarchy for generations, which means it's actually worked. No direct heirs have been lost in the same accident, which either proves the rule is brilliant or that royal paranoia has reached supernatural levels of effectiveness. Right. So imagine trying to plan a family holiday when you literally can't put the father and eldest son on the same plane. Royal family vacations just got a whole lot more complicated. And that's the understatement of the century. We're talking about double security details, separate flight crews, coordination nightmares that would make military operations look like planning a picnic. It remains to be seen whether the young prince will continue to travel with his mother and siblings while his father uses a different plane. The options are absolutely mental when you think about it. Does George fly alone like some kind of preteen aviation exile? Does Kate have to choose between traveling with her husband or her son? Do they need to hire separate royal jets like they're running competing airlines? And let's talk about the cost implications. We're potentially talking about doubling royal travel expenses just because George had the audacity to turn 12. The taxpayers must be thrilled. Congratulations on your birthday, Prince George. Here's your present. Our tax bill just doubled. But here's the most ridiculous part. This rule applies to all travel, not just international trips. Going to Scotland for the weekend? Separate planes. Visiting Granny at Sandringham? Different vehicles. It's like the royal family has turned every journey into a military operation. As George approaches his 12th birthday in 2025, royal fans will see the family's travel rules change, with George flying solo for the first time. Flying solo. The kid's barely old enough to use the oven unsupervised, and now his jet setting around Europe like some kind of miniature international businessman. The coordination meetings alone must be epic, right? So William takes the 9 a.m. to Edinburgh. George takes the 11 a.m. Security teams coordinate arrival times. And Kate? Where does Kate fit into this travel Tetris nightmare? Now here's where this story takes a delicious turn into potential royal rebellion. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green. Sophie's proving that environmental activism isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Until next time, keep munching on those eco-friendly royal cookies.